Viewers, well, the AEG arcade show took place a couple of weeks ago in London. I wasn't there myself for various different reasons, but I did manage to get some footage from the show of one of the key new titles that was shown. And here we see it, Racecraft here running in the arcade. Now, Racecraft is a game we covered a few years ago now, a couple of years ago, with randomly generated racetracks. You know, a sim, if you like, with randomly generated racetracks. And you can see here a little bit of action on the rather large scale 2-player rig they had set up, which can also be set up for up to 8 players. There are 3 campaigns available and 20 tracks in this cab. So it'll be quite interesting to see how that all works out in terms of from its sort of randomly generated routes to what we end up with in the arcade. In a way, I guess you don't have what makes Racecraft in terms of the arcade version. Obviously, it has a bit of motion to it, as you can see, to the cab, and I think it's an interesting one in today's era to have something like this available. It'd be interesting to see what kind of assists they've got to enable you to get into it. It does have a kids mode as well, whatever that means. Practically drives itself, I should imagine. And you can see these guys here doing their best. And obviously following the racing line is key. Should be relatively straightforward. And working the way round. So obviously it takes everyone a few moments to get used to it. I'm watching this for the first time myself. So a big thanks to Fabio for sending us the footage. And you can see it's a very impressive cabinet, isn't it? A full monocoque there with a seat in there as well, just giving you that action feel. Very nice. It's a shame the arcades don't have all the different, just variety that they used to have years ago. I'm very red on the camera today. Very red. The lighting is very red. Just brighten myself up a little bit. There we are. A little less red. It's a bit darker. Redness of the room here bouncing on me. You can see here more play now. Looking good there. If you've played Racecraft on the PC, do let me know what you think of it as well. How's it come along since launch? Certainly be interesting to know. Italy's a sort of building place for racing games, isn't it? I mean, you've got Milestone constantly building, these guys, and obviously we've got Red Out as well, and cool racing games coming out of Italy. This was fun to play. I did enjoy it, and this person here is doing the business. You can see that on his racing line. Swift there, past the walls. Now we've got someone who certainly seems to know what they're doing. Oh, when I say that, he clips the inside wall. I can feel the physical pain of, somebody's filming me and I've just messed it up. Hey, story of my life. But it certainly is a nice racing vibe. But it'll be interesting to see what the campaign's involved and the range of tracks. But that's all we have right now. I thought I'd show you a little bit of Racecraft arcade, coming to an arcade near you maybe at some point, or a cinema or something like that. But either way, if you're good at your racing, you'll be able to jump on there and demonstrate your skills. And the racing line itself is very helpful. But it certainly does seem intuitive in terms of this video here. And with Fanatic wheels on there as well. So that's interesting for them going into the arcade realm. Very interesting. But that's it from me for now. As ever, more soon.